Alright, hello everybody, this is Insanito speaking and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my walkthrough of Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction whilst rambling about different stuff. It's been a while, I have to sincerely apologize for another absence. The reason is quite, truthful per se. I have finally found a new place of employment and I can finally start living again instead of surviving. And yeah, it's just been absolutely fantastic. These couple of months, just been busy doing some productive stuff. But all about that I'm going to talk about during either this video or in other videos as well. We just have to see what happens. But for now, welcome back. Just playing some Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction again. I mean, this is the old footage, so I currently have no idea what is happening. I mean, I do, but I just simply do not remember. But from what I've seen in the last episode, we are going to complete the second quest, which is killing the Blood Raven. So that's the second quest of the first act. But for now, we are just exploring this cave, which we have found in, I think it was called Cold Fields. And just basically looting and just gathering some moolah for future investments per se, and just having fun slashing monsters, and just being careful because this is a hardcore mode, and if the character dies, that's it, that'll be the game over. But so far I seem to be doing alright. I'm just sometimes being a bit too cautious, but that's my plan on surviving in hardcore mode, obviously. But I still haven't found the most appropriate strategies. At the moment I'm just being as hybrid as possible. But hopefully in the end I will find the most appropriate strategy to not just survive but just to cause as much damage as possible and try not to die. That's a very good tactic, I believe. So let's talk a little bit about what happened during these last couple of months. As I've said, I found a new job. This is actually a very interesting job, and perhaps not just perhaps, scratch that, the best job I ever had so far. The environment is amazing, the team is great, and the work itself is simply fantastic. This is the only time when I actually came to work being excited, like genuinely excited about going to. Obviously there was another job I went to feeling really great about it, but this job, however, made me feel truly appreciated and welcomed and just amazed and excited. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what I'm doing at the moment. Maybe a little bit later I'll be able to talk more about it if you'll be interested. But so far you guys didn't leave any comments, or so far I haven't seen the activity. So for now I've decided I'm going to film it just for myself. Maybe in the end people will come back to watching my videos. We'll just have to see what happens. I've also celebrated my birthday recently. Some of those who have been watching my videos a long time ago, before I deleted all of my videos, I've celebrated my birthday on 2nd of June. I'm now 23 years old, which is really strange because I remember I've created this channel when I was 16 years old, and now I'm 23, and that is really odd, like just feeling how fast the time has gone, and just simply how things have changed. Because earlier things were much easier, but now, after all I've gone through, and after all that happened in the world in general, things are being so different. But thankfully, we, the humans, we are able to adapt to the changes, whether we like it or not. But we always hope that better things happen in the end. Also, just a quick heads up. As you may notice, this video is 20 minutes long. Mainly because I've decided to increase the length of the episodes, because the footage is quite big by length. So cutting it into 10-minute episodes is going to take me a long time. And also, I want you guys to avoid concentrating on clicking on the next episode too much. I understand that you guys want to maybe do something on the, whilst the video is being played on the background. So that's going to be a better idea, to increase the length of the video, so you guys can listen to what I'm talking about, or maybe watch what I'm doing, whilst you guys do something as well. So maybe you're either doing your homework or doing just some work, maybe exercising, or maybe you just like walking around somewhere. Maybe this videos may be some kind of like brief podcast or something. Although podcasts, they usually last around an hour or so, maybe 40 minutes, depending on who is creating the podcast, and who has more things to talk about, and who is, is interesting enough to talk about exciting things for an hour each episode. That's going to be absolutely crazy if I start doing that. That's going to be insane. But yeah, hopefully I will find enough stuff to talk about during 20 minutes. Also, I've gathered a new hobby. I now have a guitar. A really nice 6-string Harvey Benton. I used to play the guitar earlier. Well, not really, I'm lying. I'm actually the drummer. So I always wanted to learn how to play the guitar, and now I've got that opportunity. The next segment is not going to be a sponsor segment. It's just simply going to be a heads up to those who are interested in learning the guitar. I've got the app called Musician, and what this app does, it just basically teaches you how to play the musical instrument. Right now they've got 4 options: guitar, bass guitar, piano, and the drums. And I've obviously selected the guitar, because the drums are not going to fit in my room. The bass guitar is something that will require electronic equipment, such as the amp and all that, for a proper sound, and I don't want to disturb my neighbors much. And the piano, well, it's self-explanatory. Similar with the drums, it's going to be way too much for my room. I mean, if I'll move to my own flat, I will consider, getting some more instruments. But for now, guitar does the trick. It doesn't take so much space, and I just have fun playing it. Anyways, so I got this app called Musician, and they had this deal for citizens of, not citizens, or for the inhabitants of the United Kingdom. That if you get an annual subscription, or if you, I think it was just during May, that if you get the annual subscription, not only you get the first month for free as a trial, but you're also getting the guitar, including in the price. And if you, after the month's trial, if you pay for the annual subscription, you can get the guitar for as long as, keep the guitar for as long as you like. So the guitar is yours to keep, which is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, that is, you know, to me was a really good investment. Um, it is quite costly if you're, for example, either unemployed or you don't earn a lot of money. But you know, it's just a one-off payment. No, not it's not actually one-off payment. It's a yearly payment, so an annual payment. And if you just pay it for once a year, it's actually not so bad. It's like about £99, or you know, whichever currency is suitable for your country. I'm not sure. Maybe in dollars, it's actually going to be a bit more, depending on the rates and stuff. But it is £99 per year in the UK. But for other countries, you just need to do a little bit of currency conversion. And whilst I was talking about the guitar thing, I actually defeated the most annoying monster in this cave. She was way too OP. Like, I wasn't able to properly... Well, I mean, I was able to defeat her, but it did take me a while to actually do it, which is quite annoying. It's mainly because it's not just the main pit boss that caused this freeze buff, but it was all of these monsters, like the leader of the pack and the minions, and that was really annoying. But thankfully I managed to defeat them without dying. I mean, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't have seen the further footage. So yeah, back to the guitar. Started learning playing the guitar in the beginning of May. Learned some interesting chords. I mean, beforehand I knew how to play the E major, E minor, and A minor. But now I can also play the C chord and the G chord. I also started practicing on, like, you know, playing the single notes, playing the frets, started finding some interesting arpeggios and scales, so that, you know, I would be able to find some interesting melodies to play. And just simply been practicing, and actually got myself a blister on my thumb because I was at some point I was playing without a pick. I don't think it was a really good idea, so I'll just need to practice more with the pick. But you know, obviously sometimes I am playing with the fingers, but I just need to find the proper way to playing with fingers without causing blisters. Because playing with blisters actually hurts. It hurts a lot. And I have this like stiff feeling in my fingers. On the other hand, the fingers that, you know, hold the frets, like, you know, push the strings in the specific places to play the notes, as is, you know, the frets and stuff on the neck, as is, yeah. And it's actually quite difficult. Like, practice does make it perfect, you know. So I do need to practice more, so I'll be able to find the appropriate way to actually playing the guitar more comfortably. But I also think that I need to gather some thinner strings, because the strings that I've got with the guitar, they are way too thick, and it's actually quite painful to play. So, and if it's painful, it's not actually enjoyable. But here's the thing, I'm not entirely sure if it is correct, but if you start playing with thicker strings, you do learn how to play the guitar better, right? I'm not too sure about this. Well, just need to really think about it. Or if I've got any musicians in this in my audience, perhaps they can give me an advice, because I do want to just like play the guitar comfortably. And if I, for example, play the chords sometimes, some notes are just basically not being played properly, and even though I was trying to you know, position my fingers in different places just to experiment with, like, you know, proper playing. Still, it's actually it's very difficult to actually get the appropriate position with thick strings. So if you got any advice, just let me know. Um, this cave is surprisingly very long. Or maybe it's just my approach to this cave. I'm trying to explore everything. Because loot here is very important, especially in hardcore mode. But so far, I don't think I've gathered a decent loot. But of course, because it's just the beginning of the game. Well, relatively the beginning of the game. I'm not entirely sure how long will this cave last, but by the looks of the minimap that I've got on the left side, it seems like I've explored the most part of the cave. So I think at this moment I'll just need to observe the corners, see maybe if I've missed something. I don't know. Okay, I'm back, and it was a really interesting experience I've just had with editing this video. It looks like I will have to end the video a little bit earlier in order to have a logical conclusion, because the next episode is going to be a bit more exciting than this one. And you probably can guess why. So in that case, I would like to thank everyone for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, that is fantastic. If not, I completely understand. If you wish to support this channel, you're more than welcome to do so. Even a rating and commenting on these videos help. If you enjoy my content in general, you are more than welcome to subscribe. I'll be very happy to see more people watching my videos. But do bear in mind that it's just a hobby, and I may not have enough time for that, but hopefully I will be able to manage my time a bit more appropriately. And yes, thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next more exciting episode. You have a lovely day, evening, or whatever, and bye-bye. This has been Infinito.